Hello, welcome back to my channel. We are back for a new episode of Zaiver Good Books. Today, let's dive into an audiobook titled Monster by Catherine Lim. A fantasy story filled with twists and turns that opened my eyes to family conflicts. First and foremost, let's have a look at the plot of the story. Monster is a gripping story that revolves around an old matriarch and her daughter-in-law. This is a classic conflicting relationship that has existed since the start of mankind. When a man takes a wife, an elderly mother who must now share her son's love and affection with his wife. The inevitable series of conflicts unfolds in The Monster when Karen, the wife, schemes to get rid of her mother-in-law's belongings. Her table, her cupboard, her bed in the house. The elderly woman's most treasured bed that she had slept in for 60 years was a sore in Karen's eyes. So she resorted to coaxing and coaxing her husband, Saikong, to do her bidding to get rid of the bed. Karen's disdain for her mother-in-law's bed was consuming her. She argued that it was filthy, infested with bugs, a danger to her children's health, and even calling it a monster when gossiping with her co-workers. For the grandmother, the bed she has slept in for decades is sentimentally valuable to her. It could be their heirloom that provides her the emotional comfort or the sense of motherland she shipped away from. But Karen's despite for its monstrous appearance and the filth it carries is enough for her to look past the grandmother's sentimental bond with the item. She was adamant to turn her Saikong against his mother by throwing out her most precious bed. This is where the conflict arises. When I first came across this quote by Wonder Skies, but I understand that relationship. I understand how the mother-in-law, daughter-in-law relationship has so many conflicts because it's so forced. I was intrigued. However, I could not quite understand what it meant. How can a relationship that connects two women be forced? In my primary school, I see that girls just love talking about being BFFs and flaunt how much they care about their friendships. So, I assume all friendships between women are just as easy and treasured. That was what I thought at first. However, after reading The Monster, I finally understood what Wonder Sky's quote was all about. And I saw the different layers of relationships within a family in Monster. Relationships span from motherly love, related by blood, romantic love, to a forced acceptance of a son's wife. Finally, let's talk about the linguistic and key audio features in this audiobook that make it so engaging and immersive. At the first scene set in grandmother's room, there was the background sound of the wooden bed creaking as the old grandmother sits on it. This helps to paint a picture of how old and rickety the bug-infested bed was. And at the second scene, a background noise of a typical breakfast sound could be heard. Forks and knives clanging on porcelain, a newspaper getting flipped. This audio really helped her visualize Karen and Saikong sitting at their dining area eating breakfast, reading newspapers and discussing stuff like grandmother's bed. In the third scene, there were sounds of an office environment, doors opening and closing, people talking, high heels clacking on the floor. The background noises in the office gave me a better understanding that the location has changed from the dining area to Karen's office. These linguistic and audio features enable us to experience the combustible elements at play between the distinct characters and impending conflict that is about to unfold in what is an immersive listening experience. To conclude, this audiobook is an absolute must-listen. Catherine Lim did a wonderful job crafting the conflicts in Monster, and I was embroiled in the emotions of the characters. So, what are you waiting for? Go grab that audiobook and let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video and don't forget to like and subscribe.